Hey guys, welcome back to my IGTV and also my YouTube. So today's video is a part of the series of mindset. This is the topic that I wanted to discuss because 2020 has been my year of creating the best mindset that I've ever had in my entire life. 2020 has been, like I mentioned many times, a crazy year for us all. A lot of shifts have happened, a lot of emotional drainage, a lot of everything. 2020 has taught me many things. Now, I'll touch base a little bit on how my year of 2019 was. I had relocated back to the East Coast to a new city that I was unfamiliar with, but familiar with enough where I was comfortable to go, and I was with someone who I wanted to have a great relationship with. That's what I thought. That's what I came up with in my mind. So towards the end of 2019, when the relationship came to a crashing halt where it ended abruptly, and it was very stressful at that time, me having to quit my job that I recently had just started working at. Thankfully, my great friend allowed me to stay with her, and I'm back in California within a year after leaving, which I did not expect to happen, but life goes that way where sometimes you don't expect what's gonna happen. I mean, isn't that for anyone? Like, if you think back right now to where you were a year ago, it could be completely different from what you even thought where you could be. So remember that. But anyway, so yeah, and then quarantine happened. I got back in February, early February, mind you. I accepted a job at a gym. I was so excited. I was pumped. I was ready. I was ready to get back into the gym. I was ready to train some women, like kick butt. And then quarantine happened mid-March, where I was just about to start training for my job, but couldn't start because of COVID. COVID happened. We were all in lockdown. Gyms were closed. Stores were going crazy. Los Angeles and other cities had curfews where we couldn't leave past 6 o'clock some nights, 8 o'clock some other nights. Everything was going crazy. Everything, everyone, everything. And for me, that brought me a sense of calmness in a weird way. Now, mind you, I've been working with my friend Matthew's Reality on Instagram, who has been my mentor for this whole year, and I owe him a lot. And in addition to that, I have been chanting SGI Buddhism since March of this year. So a lot has shifted for me within myself because of what I went through last year and when I knew I had to stop within myself so my future can be beautiful, you know? So those two things were a major shift within myself, and then also with my mindset. So I went back home a few times during quarantine to spend time with my family. I've lost a loved one. I started a new fitness program with my trainer / friend I used to go to school with. And he reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to be his client, essentially. And I'm like, you know what? Why not? I need to push myself. The gyms have reopened. I'm able to get a great workout. I'll be home for a little while. In Pennsylvania, the gyms were open fully at that time. And I was like, this is the perfect time for me to focus on me, shift my mindset, shift my gears. And I just feel like a whole new person. It's weird. But that's why I want to make all these videos, because I went through so much trauma, which we all have. I'm not trying to be like, oh, I went through so much trauma. We've all been through trauma. We're all struggling with trauma. We're all trying to get out of that mindset of being in that traumatic state. Now, we usually stay in situations that are comfortable to us. Tell ourselves, this is fine. This is what I expect. And it could be the worst situation ever. You could be with a significant other who's mentally abusive, who talks down to you, who belittles you, who is a narcissist, who doesn't love you for you. So that's, like I said, something I had to learn the hard way is I had to change my own karma in order for my life to be as happy as it's been. Because if you want to have some goals, if you want to attain goals, you want to achieve goals, you want to work out, you want to lose weight, you look at these women on Instagram or these girls on YouTube and you see how beautiful they are, they're strong, you know, they're toned, all of that, right? I was that person. I love working out. I had the mindset of working out because that's just who I am. However, I wasn't all aligned. My mindset and the emotional triggers that I was having that I didn't even realize I was having caused me to not get to where I wanted to be. I was lost, I was binge eating, I was like drinking. It was a mess. So I went through all those struggles to get to where I'm at now. I lost over 10 pounds since the beginning of my program. I'm on my second program now. This is the final week. And I'm just so happy. And you know why I got here? Is because I have my emotions lined up with my goals. I genuinely want these goals for myself. I love myself enough to not let there be any barriers, not let there be any hurdles, not let negative self-talk get to me. Once you start achieving your goals and once you start seeing a significant difference within yourself, not just physically, not just the scale, but emotionally, that's when you win. And that's when you just keep on winning. Sorry, it's so cheesy. But that's true. That's when you keep on winning. When you start to realize that you're capable of so much, you just want to keep winning. And I hope this video is not like all over the place, but it might be, and I hope it still makes sense to you all. But that's what I wanted to talk about today. This video is a little long, but that's okay. We're gonna get into part 3 soon. What I'm trying to get at is if you aren't fully aligned emotionally, mentally, spiritually, you're not going to attain greatness. You're not going to attain a great mindset because we are in a world where there's a roller coaster of emotions. And if you're not able to bounce back from a bad day, you know, you're gonna have those roadblocks, have those barriers. You might end up binge eating. You might end up neglecting yourself. You might start making excuses. And one excuse leads to another excuse, to another excuse. You get where I'm going. So that's what I mean. Now, were there days where I didn't want to work out at all? Of course there were. But I knew there was no way I am going to make these results happen. These changes have to happen. I wanted to prove myself wrong. And there was no way in doing that unless I kicked ass every day with my program, with my weight loss, with the people around me, the energy, the vibes, what I allowed myself to watch, the media. Once you have all that shifted, it's so much easier, you guys. It's so much easier. Like, I look at myself and I'm like, wow, you've come a long way, girl. And I'm dang proud of it. So seriously, you guys, I want you to be proud of yourself. And this year, we have less than 2 months left. There's still time. There's still time to make amazing results happen. Start that shift. Start digging deep on what is serving you, what isn't serving you, and allow yourself to realize that you might have to remove some people from your life. You might have to change some habits, but in order to change, you're gonna feel uncomfortable because you're doing something that's not normal to you. But in that as well, that right there is telling your brain, oh wow, this is something new I'm doing. I like this. I'm saying. So that's gonna conclude this video. I'm gonna stop rambling because I can keep going on. I'll continue a part 3 And if you guys have any questions or comments down below, please let me know, and I will talk to you soon. Later.